The story of Salman al-Farisi. Before we start, if you are interested in this type of content, don't forget to support us by liking and subscribing to the channel, so that you receive everything new, as your support is the motivation to continue. Ibn Ishaq said, Asim ibn Umar narrated to me from Mahmud ibn Lubaid, from Ibn Abbas, who said, Salman the Persian spoke to me. I was a man from the people of Persia, from the people of Asbahan, from a village called G, and my father was the master of his land, and he loved me very much, and he did not love anything of his wealth or his son, so his love for me continued until he locked me in the house like a slave girl, and I strived in Judaism until I was the cotton of the fire that he lit it. So I did not let it go out for an hour, so I did not know anything about the affairs of people except what I was in, until my father built a building for him and had a manor with some work, so he called me and said, Son, what you see of my building has distracted me from this estate of mine, and I have to see it, so go to it and order them to do such, and do not hold me back, for if you hold me back, it will distract me from everything. So I went out to his estate, and I passed a church of the Christians, and I heard their voices, and I said, What is this? They said, The Christians. My father sent for me in every direction until I came to him in the evening, and I did not go to his estate, so he said, Where have you been? I said, I passed by the Christians, and I liked their prayers and supplications. Where were you? I said, I passed by the Christians, and I liked their prayers and supplications, so I sat down to see how they were doing. He said, Son, your religion and the religion of your fathers is better than theirs. I said, No, by God, it is not better than theirs. These are people who worship Allah, call upon Him and pray to Him, while we worship a fire that we light with our hands, and if we leave it, it dies. Then I sent to the Christians and said, Where is the origin of this religion that I see you in? They said, In the Levant. I said, If people come to you from there, give me permission. They said, We will. They said, We will. I said, If people from there come to you, give me permission. They said, We will. I said, Who is the best of the people of this religion? They said, The bishop who owns the church. I came to him and said, I would like to be with you in your church, worship God in it with you, and learn from you what is good. He said, Be with me. He said, I was with him, and he was a bad man who commanded charity and urged them to give it to him, and when they collected it for him, he hoarded it and did not give it to the poor, and I hated him very much because of what I saw of his condition. They said, What is the sign of this? I said, I will show you his treasure. I brought out 7 baskets full of gold and paper, and when they saw this, they said, By Allah, he will never be buried, so they crucified him, threw stones at him, and brought a man in his place. By Allah, Ibn Abbas, I never saw a man who did not pray the 5 daily prayers, but I thought he was better than him, more diligent, more ascetic in the world, or more polite day and night, and I do not know if I ever loved anything before him. Son, by Allah, I do not know him except in Mosul, so go there and you will find him in the same condition as I am. When he died, I followed him to Mosul and found him in the same state of diligence and asceticism, so recommended me to you. He said, Stay, my son, and I stayed with him in the same manner as his companion until his death. I said, So recommended me to you, and you have come to the command of God as you see, so to whom do you recommend me? He said, By Allah, I do not know him except a man in Tasban. When we buried him, I followed the other one, and I stayed with him in the same condition as they were, until he died, and he recommended me to a man from Amuria in Rome, so I came to him and found him in the same condition as they were, and I stayed with him and earned until I had booty and cows, and then he died. My son, by Allah, I do not know that there is anyone left in the same way as we were, but the time has come for a prophet to be sent from the sanctuary, whose migration will be between 2 harams. A desert land with palm trees, and there are signs in him that are not hidden, and between his shoulders is the seal of prophethood. He eats a gift and does not eat charity, so if you can get to that country, do so, for his time has come for you. When we saw him, I stayed until some Arab merchants from Kalb passed me, and I said to them, They said, Yes. So I gave them my booty and my cows, and they carried me until they brought me to Wadi al-Qura, and they sold me as a slave to a Jewish man in Wadi al-Qura. By God, I saw the palm trees, and I hoped that it was the country that my companion described to me, and I did not stay there until a man from Banu Qurayza came and bought me, and he took me out until we came to Medina. Allah sent his messenger to Mecca, and nothing of his affairs was mentioned to me, in spite of my slavery, until he came to Kibba, and I was working for my friend in his palm trees. By Allah, I was in them, when a cousin of his came and said, "O so-and-so, Allah fought against the Banu Kila, and by Allah, they are now gathering for a man who came from Mecca, claiming that he is a prophet." By God, when I heard it, I was so shaken that I thought I would fall on my companion, and I came down to say, "What is this news? What is this news?" My Lord raised his hand and punched me hard, and said, "Malik, go back to your work." I said, "Nothing, I just heard something and I wanted to know about it." When evening came and I had some food, I carried it and went to the Messenger of Allah, may Allah bless him and grant him peace, while he was in Kaaba, and I said to him, "I have heard that you are a good man and that you have companions with you. I heard that you are a good man, and that you have strangers with you, and I had something for charity, and I thought you were the most deserving of this country, so I gave it away, so eat from it, eat, and I thought to myself, this is one of them." Allah sent his messenger to Mecca, and nothing of his affairs was mentioned to me, in spite of my slavery, until he came to Kibba, and I was working for my friend in his palm trees. By Allah, I was in them, when a cousin of his came and said, "O so-and-so, Allah fought against the Banu Kila, and by Allah, they are now gathering for a man who came from Mecca, claiming that he is a prophet." By God, when I heard it, I was so shaken that I thought I would fall on my companion, and I came down to say, "What is this news? What is this news?" My Lord raised his hand and punched me hard, and said, "Malik, go back to your work." I said, "Nothing, I just heard something and I wanted to know about it." When evening came and I had some food, I carried it and went to the Messenger of Allah, may Allah bless him and grant him peace, while he was in Kaaba, and I said to him, "I have heard that you are a good man and that you have companions with you. I heard that you are a good man, and that you have strangers with you, and I had something for charity, and I thought you were the most deserving of this country, so I gave it away, so eat from it, eat, and I thought to myself, this is one of them." Then I went back and the Messenger of Allah, may Allah bless him and grant him peace, moved to Medina, so I gathered something and brought it to him, and I said, "This is a gift." He ate and his companions ate, and I said, "This is 2 rings." Then I came to him while he was following a funeral and I had 2 shawls on me, and he was in his companions, so I turned to look at the ring, and when he saw me turning around he knew I was checking something described to me, so he put his robe on his back and I looked at the ring between his shoulders as my friend had described to me, "Turn around, Salman, like this." So I turned, and I sat between his hands, and he liked his companions to hear my story about him, so I told him, "O Ibn Abbas, as I had told you." When I finished, he said, "Right, Salman." The companions of the Messenger of Allah, may Allah bless him and grant him peace, helped me with 30 wadiyah, i.e., small fazl, 20 wadiyah and 10 wadiyah, and the Messenger of Allah, may Allah bless him and grant him peace, said to me, "Dig for it, and if you are done, then give me permission so that I may be the one who puts it in my hand." So I dug it and my companions helped me. I dug for it where it would be placed until we had finished it, and he went out with me, so we would carry it to him and he would put it in his hand and level it, and by the one who sent him, not a single one of them died. A man from some metal came to him like an egg of gold, and he said, "Where is the Persian? Where is the Persian?" So I called him and he said, "Take this and pay what you owe." I said, "O Messenger of Allah, where does this fall in relation to what I owe?" He said, "God will pay for you with it." With Salman's breath in his hand, I would have weighed 40 ounces of it and paid it to them, and Salman was freed. The slavery imprisoned me until I missed Badr and Uhud, then I witnessed Kondak, and then I did not miss a scene with him. If you like the video or find it useful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with your loved ones. Thank you for your continued support and encouragement.